Hey guys, just putting together a video here once I sort of have it going. This is an 84 Nighthawk CB450. As you can see, it's missing a little action in the front. It went down, unfortunately, and bent the bars. Get a nice look here. You can kind of see one side is way up, one side is down, this side's down, this side's up. But they have a pretty nice bend on them. So we took them all apart, took them off, trying to figure out what I want to order for it, if I want to get like some sort of cafe style bars or just to replace with the OEM stuff. A couple other things. Signal light here took a bit of a bend, as did the rear. Other than that, it pretty much came out unscathed, but yeah, so I'm just waiting to see. Luckily, the controls were pretty easy to take off. I just loosened the screws on the bottom of the switch and the throttle assembly. I just loosened the bolt for the brake fluid reservoir, that just popped off. Same thing on the other side. It was just really loose, and you didn't have to take anything apart. Just loosen the screws to the signal and light switch, and then you just pop it off, slide it out, and luckily they had changed the handlebar grips, so I think they were fairly recent. This is what was on there, and I see a lot of videos where people have a hard time getting those off, but I just basically wiggled it off, so it was kind of a good thing and a bad thing because it was loose, but it was good for this. So when I replace them, I can put them in solid. I watched a couple other videos where people were talking about doing a quick sort of alignment on the front forks. When it went down, the rider who took it down said it was a little bit wobbly on the way back home, so it might have kinked something or twisted something. So basically, once I get the bars in, I'm going to loosen up every single sort of pinch bolt here. There's a pinch bolt here, there's one there, loosen the fender, and also loosen the brake assembly. Just loosen it a little bit, so nothing's really super tight anywhere on the suspension or the brakes. And then basically when that happens, you just give a good push down on the forks. It sort of pushes everything into alignment. This isn't for maximum efficiency and steering angle, but it apparently does a good job. So I'll put together a video when we do that. I should have put together a video for this one when we got it. It kept having some weird issues where every once in a while it would stall and then fuel would just leak out of the bottom of the carbs. I took it all apart, couldn't figure out what was wrong. When I took it all apart, I noticed that there was some debris in the tubes where the float needles were. So once I found that, basically threw it back together. I think put some new plugs in it, oil change, because a lot of gas had been blown by all over the place. So I think it's a good idea. Change it all up, and then yeah, it runs like a charm now. Well, not right now, but it did. And yeah, it's really actually a fun bike. My bike is a 600RR, but this thing is a lot of fun to ride. Just to boot around the city. Not the greatest on the highway. There's not much wind protection, and I find my aerodynamics don't help, as would any person's. So it's sort of around 110, 120, it gets pretty windy. Beats you up pretty good. So I'm looking into getting a windscreen in the front, but for now we'll just leave it and get the bars. So basically just bars and signal lights that we'll be replacing, and doing that front alignment with the suspension. Like I said, just loosening all the pinch bolts, not backing off anything completely, but just enough so that if it needs to move, it can. And yeah, we will return with that video and the bars, hopefully. But if anyone wants to comment on what bars they would recommend, I'll be taking a look. See ya.